Tom Doherty, you're up.
Guys, I just want to echo and applaud your efforts and what you're doing. My wife and I became volunteer docents last year at the Oakland Zoo, and we've learned so much. We've learned all the conservation work that the Oakland Zoo is doing around the world. We've learned a lot from the AZA. What the biggest takeaway, I think, is if you can keep getting your education message out there, because what I hear over and over from guests and children is when they visit like our section that has the illegal wildlife trade, when people walk through that exhibit and they come out, the first thing I hear every time, I had no idea that this was happening. I had no idea that this is what goes on. And the other fascinating thing I love to see, and as I'm watching children go through the zoo, they're not on phones, they're not on iPads, they're infatuated with the animals. They want to know the facts and they want to be educated. So I don't have a question other than just keep putting that education out there, because I think if you can get to your conservation or your AZA zoos, we have to pull that stigma away from zoos. People think, oh, concrete enclosure in a cage. That is not what your zoos, your conservation, your AZA zoos are doing today, if you look at the work they're doing.
I mean, I know that not all zoos are created equal.
Correct.
and I love what you're saying, and that your zoo, I don't know the Oakland Zoo really, but that your zoo is different. I think as long as animals have large spaces that mimic what they would have in the wild, that's what they need. Because a lot of people would say, well, you know, the kids would go to the zoo and they needed to learn about the behavior of the bear, but the bear's in a little cage and the bear's pacing back and forth. So how are you learning about bear behavior? Because what you're actually learning is that they're stressed, they're sad, they're angry, they're nervous because they're not in their natural habitat. Mm-hmm. So anytime I can see that animals are given space to thrive and to socialize, because
I think it's one of the things I'm really proud of at the Oakland Zoo. If you see the California Trail, there are only 8 animals on the California Trail, and they are given a huge amount of space. So the wolves have 3.5 acres, the bears have 5.5 acres, the bison have 13.5 acres to roam free. And the work that they're doing impacts not only here, but they're keeping the genetic code of the bison going clean, and they're actually shipping them back to Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's more of a safari park almost, like it's rather than a zoo. You know, I think our image of a zoo from when we were kids is not very good. And unfortunately, there's still a lot of those that exist.
Yeah.
I
think it's like anything, you know, it's know where you're going and understand what you're supporting. You know, where I think that there's no way of justifying it is when you've got animals that are manipulated to be petted, you know, which happens in South Africa massively, where go and walk with the lions and, you know, go and pet a lion cub or a cheetah cub. Right, if ever you see a sign like that, you're being duped, I promise you. But when you've got legitimate organizations like what you're describing, and you've got some, you know, one of our board members works for WCS, which is
the Bronx Zoo,
massively funded by the Bronx Zoo, which is the bulk of their installations are rescues from illicit trade. So there is a component. You need to really do your homework, and it sounds like you guys are doing some great education work out there.
Yeah, thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you, guys.
So if it were not for Scott Manthorne years ago, and if it were not for the fact that I did not throw up on Shannon, today probably would not have happened. So Scott, I know you wanted to say something.
Well, just want to bring out my hat to represent, right? And to be an official.
Other side. There it is. There you go.
Well, listen, for the 23 that are left here, I just want to say to Simon and Shannon, love you guys. I miss you. I'm glad the power didn't go out during this time. And I just wanted to comment to everyone on the phone here that what you see in the background is not what they're dealing with in real life. So It's not a perfect environment. Accolades to you for putting your life in jeopardy every day. Accolades for the two of you for being on the front line, in the bush, out of cell coverage, and whatever else you're dealing with. But I hope that you'll ask offline to the entire Outlier group what we can do to help you. This has been a great story. I want the great ask, Simon. So ask either now or ask afterwards through Scott, how can Outliers help you move forward? Love you guys.
So I will say, my wife, I think, is still on. Meg is still on. So my wife and I are going to make $1,000 donation. And we hope that everybody in the Outlier Project, which is hundreds of people all over the world, and hopefully many, many, many more will see this on video, because we do have membership all over that, this just was not a convenient time for them, will give. But is there anything else that we can do to help support you guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, any contribution is hugely valuable. Our philosophy is that you're not funding our legacy; we're a conduit for yours.
Also skills.
And apart from any financial contribution, we always need skills. In NGOs struggle to put money into people. You often hear about, oh, you can't have overheads; it must all go to the cause. Well, we need clever business minds to help us grow and to scale what we're doing that we can't afford on an NGO budget. So whatever you do, whether you are a communications specialist, an editor, a lawyer, whatever it is, those skills are valuable to us on a project by project basis. And we would love to chat to the professionals as much as anything else.
And collectively, guys, we probably as a community have 1 million social media followers or more. So get this message out. Talk about some of the takeaways that we got today from Simon and Shannon. I mean, we had some mic drop moments there. Tradition, that quote, oh my God, that was unbelievable. I think Jim dropped that in the chat. That was a total mic drop. So share that stuff, because we need to let people know. And, when people dedicate their lives to something that's this selfless, we really need to do everything we possibly can to support you. Thank you, guys. You went way over time, and I cannot thank you enough.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys, and we will get the word out through our entire Outlier Project family. And thanks again for being with us. Appreciate it.
And to anybody in the Outlier group is, if you find yourself in South Africa and you want to come and meet a very, very special blind rhino, you are most welcome to come out. We would love to welcome you.
Yeah. Scott, will you be able to put people in touch with us somehow, or is there something that we should share with everyone of ways they can get in touch?
We have, so I think we've got all the information for the foundation. We're going to pass that through our newsletter that goes out. You guys are also for coming on, you're going to get a lifetime membership to the Outlier Project. So you'll be a part of our community now. And, I hope there's a lot of interaction. We have some amazing people. You had mentioned Warren Buffett before, Nicole Buffett, who's his granddaughter, is a part of the Outlier Project. We have some just absolutely amazing people that are a part of our crew here. So hopefully we can do whatever we can to support you guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, everyone, and thanks for the great questions. And sorry I spoke so much.
Guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Man Thorne, appreciate you, brother.
You're all coming.
Thanks, guys. I saw you both coughing, by the way, and I was going to offer you my water, but wasn't going to work.
Frog in my throat for some reason, constantly, like a frog in my throat.
You guys are equal now.
Yeah,
I know.
I didn't feel.
I never felt in danger, though. I never felt like anything was going to happen. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye.